Leave us out of your campaign. Ijaw youth slams Biafrans and Oduduwa Agitators. The president of the Ijaw National Congress, INC, the umbrella body of Ijaw Nation, Professor Benjamin Okaba, has spoken on what the delegation of Ijaw leaders told President Muhammad Buhari during the group's recent meeting with the president. He also warned separatist movements clamoring for Biafra and Oduduwa Republic to leave the Ijaw out of such agitation. He spoke with Femi Folaremi. The INC has the mandate to advocate for, defend, and propagate the Ijaw agenda and the Ijaw cause. The Ijaw cause is also about self-determination. The Ijaw agenda is about freedom of Ijaw people from all shackles of oppression, exploitation, and marginalization we have suffered over the decades, even from the pre-colonial times. We have started first and foremost to place this at the front burner. So we had a press conference recently where we copiously stated the level of misery and balkanization, exploitation, and the extent to which the Nigerian state has been unfair to us. We have also spoken about the resource injustice and why the necessity to go back to the original derivation principle that made it possible for owners of resources to manage and control whatever resources as God-given and pay appropriate tax. This was the principle in place according to the laws of this country as far back as 1946. So by the Constitution of 1957 and 1960 and 1963, recognition was recorded to derivation as a major principle of resource distribution. To that extent, cocoa that was predominantly found in the West, granules in the North, and palm oil in the East enjoyed all of this. Yes, oil was struck in commercial quantities as back as 1958, and since then, this derivation principle was jettisoned, particularly after the Civil War, when General Gowon came with the 3 Rs and said he needed enough money and took derivation to almost zero. And today, we have a paltry 13%. We also talked about restructuring of this country. The country restructure is jettisoned and ineffective. The current structure placed itself more not even as a federation, not even as a unitary system. It is just a system of taking the money from wherever and spending the money. It is a system that satisfies few persons and impoverishes the masses. It is a system that discourages productivity and makes people to hang on what they get from the federal government. It is a system where the exclusive list is so huge with over 60 items, so making the center too heavy and making the state dependent on the federal, even for policing and issues of insecurity. This is not working. It is the cause of the higher level of corruption, insecurity, mass poverty, and high level of disillusionment. So the clamor for secession, the clamor for separatism, and the clamor for restructuring is because we have a restructure that is ineffective. Professor Okaba, I will say that this is not the first time I am hearing you speak. Your opinion on the issue of Ijaw people standing alone, I will tell you is too complex. Complex, I say, I mean, is because you still don't understand what truly is the mission and vision of the Biafrans and the Oduduwas. Before you start judging people, first of all, you need to understand these people and their mission and vision. Why why are they really agitating? What is their reason for agitation? What is their reason for for coming out to agitate? That is what you should look into. You don't just, judge them like that. Something has warranted them to come out and be agitating. Something has warranted them. You understand? And that is the humble truth. So you looking at the agitators storming the streets, agitating, making requests. Do you think that they are happy? They are not happy. They are not at all. Something has pushed them to the streets. The same goes to your Ijaw youth. When they storm the street agitating, you know, making their quest known. All these things centers on reasons, and besides, Biafran adding the Niger Deltans to their map, to their Biafran map, is, to me, I see it to be a thing of sympathy. The Biafrans are trying to be sympathetic to the Ijaws, considering what they went through during the war. Do you understand? So you should be able to understand all of this fact, because I believe that you existed during the war. Just like yesterday, one of the broadcasts I did said on the Ijaw, saying that they will not be a part of the campaign. Just like this very one too, that because the Biafrans are only interested in their oil. Who said so? Who said so? All these things are what we need to readdress. Okay? So, my dear viewers, based on this very fact, what do you think? Deem it fit to leave your comments below the comment section.